friends, it's me, Teacher Emily, and today I'm joined by
Erwin
and
Isabel.
And we'd like to continue our study of plants by talking about parts of. So on our shelf, you might remember, we have parts of all different types of plants, and we have parts of a flower. For this exercise, our activity, you just need a flower. We're going to do a flower dissection, and we have different types of daffodils growing in our yard currently. So go ahead and take a look, give it a smell. See the colors it has? We have some colors here. So first we have...
It smells like cotton candy.
Does the flower. And what we're going to do is actually draw our flower as we dissect it. So we have lots of opportunities to either trace or draw freehand. So it looks like Erwin's choosing to trace. Yeah. And I'll draw mine freehand, I think. So try to get all of the parts in that you see. And we'll discuss those parts. Yeah. Get some papery parts. You see those papery parts? There. How's it going, everyone?
Great, I think.
And these daffodils have a definite shape to them, but flowers come in all types of shapes, don't they?
Okay, I did it. Ta-da!
Okay. So let's start about the...
Beautiful.
Thank you. The first part that we see,
Goodbye.
the pedicel, which is that little bit of the stem that comes down. Okay, so we all have that. Let's go ahead and draw a little arrow.
Or color it.
Or color it, sure. So there's a little lump right below where you see the petals of your flower and a little bit of stem. And hopefully we'll be able to find,
Oh God!
uh-oh.
Look.
We'll be able to find a worksheet for you to fill in as well about this. Okay. So what we're doing is just labeling the parts of our flower. So there's our flower and there's the pedicel. Now, as you guys are working, I'll talk about the rest. Right above that, you might see a little bulbous kind of sac-looking thing, and that's our calyx. So we're going to fill that in and label that as well. C-A-L-Y-X, calyx. Not a lot of words with X's in them, but oh wow, you broke all the green. Pretty cool.
How do I spell?
C-A-L-Y-X.
C-A-L.
Here it is right here.
X.
Oh, you're doing a great job.
How do I spell?
Oh, that's difficult for you.
I need yellow.
Okay.
How do I spell?
Right here. C-A-L-Y-X.
C-A-L.
Now what we can do is we can also see here this little papery bit comes off. The sepals, the little leaves that come off of our plant sometimes. And I drew some of those on. I don't know, did you all have some of those? You can see these have some too here.
I didn't draw them.
Okay, well, maybe yours doesn't have it. Mine do.
Mine don't have
Yours didn't
one.
either?
Should I just pick the...
Well, we're going to get to that one second.
Mine's the brown paper.
Let's go ahead and find the calyx, and we can dissect our plant from right there. So snapping the calyx from the pedicel. You can look inside, there's some water in there because our plants suck up water from their roots, right?
Where do I cut this? Right here, okay.
You got the stem now. You can label stem too if you want. We know that's called the stem.
This thing is covering it. It won't let me break it.
Well, go ahead and peel back the sepal. Okay. So when we have the calyx, we're now going to either use a little knife or our fingernails to cut in.
Oh!
Yeah, you did it. To cut in all the way up, and we're going to peel it apart.
Hey, what about this? Aren't we going to label this guy?
We did label the sepals.
Can I go get a knife?
I don't think you need a knife, but if you want to use one, you can. Yeah.
We didn't.
Okay, so as you can see,
I mean, we didn't.
I'm going up it, take some delicate work, and we're splitting it in half.
This looks like hair for a plant.
Did you see that? Can you do that with yours? When you open it up, you will find...
I can't split it in half.
The corolla. And the corolla is made up of individual petals. And there's a lot of words that have that same prefix in them from Latin. Corolla, like coronet. Right? So a coronet is like a crown that goes all the way around.
Weren't
And
you
a corolla
reading
goes all the way around.
You were reading a book about that, weren't you?
Might have been, I don't know. Okay.
I think that
You can
knife.
see all the seeds in there.
What about the corolla?
So here. Or, yeah, you can rip it from down. So Erwin went top down and just sliced it in half. Oh, or you're making it all the way in half. Okay.
Corolla?
Once you look inside, you will see the
Little
stamen, yep, and the pistils.
Which are basically like areas where the bees pollinate.
That is, yeah. So the
Oh, there's still pollen on them.
stamen are the little bits, the little ones that we see.
How do I name it?
And the pistil is the large one in the center. Pistil. Pistil is the large one in the center. So let's see if we can find that large one in the center. Mine, unfortunately, the top broke off, but here's my pistil.
I can bring out the thing that you said. Oh, no,
You
mine
got
broke.
Corolla.
But this is basically what it's supposed
Yeah, it's supposed to
look
have something on the top, but I think something already got to it. Pistil. So the large one is the pistil. And let's see about the stamen. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 stamen. How many do you have?
I have 6.
Do you have 6 too?
I have
1.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
And are they on either side, it looks like? So it seems like there's an even amount of stamen.
Yeah, there are. There are a lot of even.
We'd be interested to know whether or not your flowers also have 6 stamen in them,
Wait,
or
look,
even amounts or
I think
odd
it still
amounts.
has a thing on it.
Oh yeah, your pistil does. Look at that. And there's definitely pollen on these.
Yeah, there's a lot.
Yeah.
I'm allergic.
So there we go. There's the corolla.
Look at my finger.
Yeah, now it's yellow.
Smell it.
Smells fresh.
Honey.
It does smell kind of like honey. Too much for you.
Wait, did we label it?
It's a little too much.
Yeah, that was the pedicel. Right there, you just labeled it. All right, so you can also color in your flowers,
Oh,
realistically.
Also, you can take these if they're covered in pollen and pollinate other flowers.
That's true. That's how a lot of farmers do it. They self-pollinate, cross-pollinate crops.
Yeah, you can like,
Would you know where pollen gets,
I go like this.
do you know how pollen gets transferred to plants?
Oh, pollen's coming off.
How does, well, those are not living anymore, so you'd have to find some living plants outside to pollinate. But do you know how it gets,
they collect the pollen and then they go to a different flower, but they have to shake some of the pollen like sometimes gets off their legs
yeah,
while they get more.
yeah, that's right.
And then it just
And then
falls.
lots of other seeds are transferred that way as well, aren't they? Where
Oh,
the bee
like
gets them stuck to.
those ones that float around.
Sure, some seeds launch themselves. We read about that. I know they smell delicious. We read about that on Monday in A Seed is Quiet, right? That some seeds launch themselves, some purposely get eaten by other animals, and then when the animals in their excrement, you know what excrement
And
is?
I poop.
In their fecal matter, out come the seeds, and then those seeds have basically compost built in, and they become trees and plants and things like that.
Oh my.
I know, right? You're like, oh no, seeds from poop, but it's true. Okay. Did you all finish your flowers? Let's hold them up and show everyone. There's Erwan's, and Isabel's, and mine.
Because mine was like this.
Yeah, it was. And we can label it parts of a flower. And of course, as every good scientist or artist knows, we want to write our name on it. Parts of a flower.
If you don't write your name on it, somebody didn't take it.
That's true. We won't know it's yours. And the date.
Are we done?
All right. Thank you so much for joining us today. We will see you next time.
Go, say